Hey guys, welcome back to Game Informed Family. This is Game Informed Mom, and today we're going back into Final Fantasy XIV to continue our fully voiced playthrough of A Realm Reborn MSQ, as well as the Arcanist job quests at this time. And eventually Scholar, and maybe Summoner, possibly. But anyway, welcome to episode 3. So we are going to pull up our menus here, our HUD back. We're going to finish up the On to Summerford quest, as well as the What's in the Box quest, which What's in the Box is our level 5 Arcanist quests. There is fall damage in this game, so do note that when you are trying to jump off cliffs. Oh, look, it's Ms. Shu. I wonder what level you are. You must be a lowbie like me, because look at your gear, too. Yes. Oh. Alright, anyway. It doesn't matter what level she is. I don't know why I was curious, but I was. Oh, that's her. I'm like, what? I didn't cast Ruin. What? It's okay. One of those days today. Tree slugs! No, not the tree slugs! Alright, anyway, I don't know. It's like, currently 2:17 in the morning, so... Oh god, not the wharf rat. Well, it's too late now. Ah yes, tab targeting is not my friend sometimes. I have no idea what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something and poof, gone. Just gone. I cannot wait to get my chocobo, because I am slow. I am adorable, by the way. Hello there. Anybody? I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. Excuse me. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters. But I must admit, I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet, efficient though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Let's see. Taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kylia, a Malvan's Gate Assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thurbergeme elected me to oversee your training, and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail regarding your choice of arcane geometries. What factor most influences your actions during battle? I simply do what feels right. Aha! Just as I predicted. And now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress Thurbergeme is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. That was frantic. Alright, so back into Limsa. Oh, there we go. I'm like, that's not the way up. Back into Limsa for our Arcanist quest completion. Oh, okay, cool. And then on to Summerford we will get. Our next class quest should be at level 10, if I recall correctly. Alright. Okay, in we go. As you can see, I pulled out my little Moogle. My little minion. Oh, where's my Carbuncle? Oh, we're in town. There, oh no, there he is. He stays out. We do need to name Carbuncle. I mean, I'm gonna have him for 30 levels, so... Yeah. Well... Why is this window so large? Ethernet. And Arcanist Guild. There is a cat who is attempting to sit on a like 2-inch by 5-inch wide spot on my table. There you go. She has discovered that her butt is far too large. Oh, but she pushed a button. Oh god. What is this horror? Oh dear. I will bring you guys back when I figure out what is going on. Never mind. Figured it out. She sat on my PlayStation 4 controller. I mean, it was literally completely underneath her. It's alright, cutie pie. It's alright. That was crazy. Stupid cat. You're so stupid, cutie pie. Yeah, you're a good girl. Ah, Vanilla. Have you returned with the cargo? Naturally I have. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had word from Kylia regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An old lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instruction she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach of our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Kylia carries? The initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook some other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Vanilla. Continue your practice, Carbuncle. And, as Kylia has bid. Words are hard. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. Alright. So, we actually already have body, hand, leg, and feet. No, we need feet and head. So, we will take the hat. Sorry, I don't know what happened to the recording there, but we are back. We are up and running again. I blame the cat. Right, so the hat is actually going to equip over our Helm of Light. So, when you have stuff like this, sometimes the equipment that is, I mean, it is actually better. It's going to unequip your experience pieces. Like the Friendship Circlet has no stats. I mean, no, secondary stats. It just has defense, magic defense. Whereas the Helm of Light gives you 1 strength and 1 mind. So, when you get the hempen hat, it's got 1 intelligence and 1 mind. It's gonna give it to me because my stat is intelligence. God, why is it that color? Jesus. Anyway, yeah, so actually the only piece now that we are missing is the feet, which we will end up buying. But that is not a huge deal. There is an NPC out there where we are going, so... an NPC that sells stuff, by the way, is more accurate. We need to go to Middle Lenosha, which we do not have a teleport point for. So we can go to the Aetheryte quest. Sorry, I'm processing. Limsa is something that I really am not horribly familiar with, because I hate Limsa. I despise it with a passion. No, I really don't like Limsa, but that's because it's always crowded, like super, super crowded. And I always make my home Ul'dah. At least my early home, till I get into the expansion content. Just because Ul'dah is... Oh, this is the Zephyr Gate. Why was I not just able to go to the Zephyr Gate? Okay, well, Oh, it's one of those days today. The cat sat on my remote. I mean, my controller. I brain farted and didn't realize that I needed to go to the Zephyr Gate. I don't know. It's one of those days. But so we're gonna look for peanuts on the way. Like I said, I know they're not peanuts. I don't know what they are. So they're peanuts, okay? They're freaking peanuts. Oh, it's a ladybug. I saw something red and I was like, ooh, what's that? Nothing interesting. Just something we've seen a million times before. Here are the... I don't know if that's Puck or Pook. But, whatever it is, we're killing it. We'll get our... Like, it's always... The first level's only like 3 or 4. So we'll kill our 3 or 4. It's gonna be 3. Oh. So, okay, the way that it works, like, if you, like, I'm gonna use a word from, other MMO vernacular, but it's not the same here. Oh yeah, we got Adel. If you, quote-unquote, kill steal from someone else, they will still get 100% of the experience. Because if they killed it first, I mean, if they not killed it, if they hit it first, so they will get 100% of the experience. Then you will get a portion of the experience appropriate to the amount of damage that you caused to the mob. So if you did 50% of the damage, you will get an appropriate amount of experience. If you hit it first, and they, quote-unquote, kill-steal you, you will get 100% of the experience, and they will get a portion proportionate to the amount of damage that they caused. So you're not actually kill-stealing. So it's like, if you see someone who is struggling to kill something, you know, don't hesitate to step in and help. You know, it's not a bad thing. They're still going to get credit for the kill. They're still going to get experience. So, like, you know, that's part of our hunting log. So if that individual had, maybe I had attacked something and then he, you know, saw that I was struggling and he went ahead and helped, I would still get credit for the kill. So not only the 100% of the experience, but also for my quest log, you know, for my hunting log, I would get credit for it. I was kind of hoping this would be footwear, but it's not. Which is, you know, like I said, it's fine. I mean, we got 4 out of 5 pieces. So, we did quite well. And there's an NPC, there's a little store NPC, a shop NPC somewhere around here. Ah, you must be the adventurer Baderon promised to send along. Vanilla sorbet, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Staleworn, the, quote, old bastard, end quote, as Baderon likely described me. And this here is my humble orchard. A good number of lads and lasses work here a good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas. And if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merlwyb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the fields seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And, unfortunately, the botanists I called to train 'em have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Alright. And, oh, here's our footwear, so we have completed the quest. I mean, I don't know what it would be. It's not a trifecta, because there's 5 of them, but, Alright, so let's put our altered leather thigh boots on. Oh, we are looking super hot here, you guys. I mean, wow. Yep. Alright, let's pick up the Dress to Call, which is the quest that we were gearing up for. That's why I did those 3 side quests that gave us the head, hand, and leg. And then the body came from from the job quest, and the footwear came from the MSQ, so that was perfect. Anyway, Dress to Call. I've a mind to set you a task, Sorbet. But before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters. But they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Alright, so equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or greater. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. Hold on. I'm gonna pull that up real quick. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you something. Hey, Future Sorbet here again. I do not need to show you anything. I was wrong and did not actually need to go and get all of this gear, but neither here nor there, because now I have level 5 gear. But yeah, so we will just go ahead and move on with the quest. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to him. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh ho! As long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I'd say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. Alright, of course we're gonna pick the leather grimoire because, I mean, obviously? I don't know, what do we have? We already have a leather grimoire, so we don't need to pick the leather grimoire, so we're gonna take the elegant bronze piece. Because it makes sense. Alright, so we just unlocked an achievement for Storyteller, which is probably just for doing that quest, or up to that point in the MSQ. Ah, Sorbet. That aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since last we met. I mean, it was like 3 seconds ago. I hope I've read you aright, for I've a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Ah, definitely. Lurkers in the Grotto. So we're gonna get eye drops. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever used eye drops. Well, not in Final Fantasy XIV anyway. Or a lot of other games that have eye drops. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Lim Salaminsa, as if plucked from the face of Hydaelyn, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure-tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the field and spying on my yeoman. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor, come for their hides. Needless to say, they're besides themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it. Which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Good, lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Sorbet. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Copy that. Okay. So I can't believe that I completely misread that quest. On more than one occasion, even. I mean, I did it in Gridania. I mean, I've done that quest so many times. Boom, fall damage. Alright, so where are we headed? We're going to Seasong Grottos, which is just across the way. Oh man, we're running. We are running. Is Carby out? Yeah. Oh yeah, duh. Well, no. Wait, there's Carby. There it is. I'm like, it says somewhere that my Carby's out. Oh, I am so sorry if I just hit my mic. Now I forgot what I was gonna say after hitting my mic. Seasong Grotto. So, I don't think that there's a mob over here that we need to kill for our hunting log. Trying to think. The pugil, I don't know what those are. They're here. And I think we've got puck hatchlings over there. Yeah, we don't use bridges here. Oh, wait. Yeah, we don't use bridges here, but we also don't go talk to our NPC. Okay, wait, what? Am I missing something here? Oh, yes, yes I am. Yes, I am. Here we go. Yep, there's a little path under here. I remember this. Yes, yes, there is. The bogies. Alright, let's kill us some bogies. I mean, so, in these areas, most of the mobs are non-aggro. I mean, by that I mean that they won't, like, aggro to you if you just, like, walk in. I truly hate Addle. Lowers target's physical defense by 5%. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm sure it would be better if I use it. But, like, look, it's a 10-second skill, right? It's got a 90-second cooldown. I mean, I'm gonna admit that on my red mage, I'm pretty sure I yeeted it off of my bar because I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I was like, ah, see ya. Alright, anyway. You are about to enter an instance battle. Oh god. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed. Oh dear god. I hate these. I'm gonna give you guys a second to read. Okay. I absolutely despise these. They're not as bad on a class that has a heal, but at the same time,
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
okay. So as I was attempting to say, it's nice, it's easier for a character with a heal skill, but at the same time, it's not always, because if you are, say, a conjurer, they actually expect you to keep the people alive that you're with. And if you are, I mean, low levels, typically we are under leveled. I'm sorry, under geared, right? You just wear whatever you find, and sometimes you find a couple of pieces here, a couple of pieces there. Well, you know, your whole right side is probably, you know, level 1 for 10 levels, at 20 levels sometimes, depending on what you got on. So, I mean, you're severely under-geared a lot of times. Your weapon, if you're doing your class quests, is relatively close to where it should be, but the rest of your gear could be 10, 12 levels behind. So some of these get rough when you are not in control of how much damage is being taken. You know, like if you're a tank, I'm gonna assume that it's... Oh my god, I'm starting to take a little more damage than I need to be taking. If you're a tank, I'm assuming it's a little easier, but I've never played one, so I really don't know. But on a healer, it can get a little rough. But for the people who are, you know, for whatever reason, unable to complete it, they do have the option to turn it on to easy mode. I mean, I don't know why I ate right then, because, I mean, really, what, for one mob? But yeah, there is an option to turn it on easy or very easy.
Phew! Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to
to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again, are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Okay, so, like I was starting to say, you can change it to very easy, or easy. If you are forced to do that, though, it is very likely that you are undergeared, and you may want to consider getting some higher level gear as soon as possible, because you will start to struggle with other things as well. That being said, I mean, there's no shame in turning it on easy or very easy. I mean, hey, whatever gets you through the quest, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say, you know, oh my god, go get gear and then come back. No, screw that. Just turn it on easy or very easy and make new gear relatively high priority for when you're done. If you can't do it on easy or very easy, then yeah, there's a problem. Hopefully it's just that your gear is severely under your level. I don't really want to say the alternative because I am not that kind of person. I believe that everyone plays how they want to play, and if you want to walk around undergeared like a crazy fool, by all means, that is all you. No, no, in all seriousness though, yeah, if you can't do it on, especially if you can't do it on very easy, there is a problem. Maybe it's an issue with the way that you are battling. Maybe it is that your gear is severely underleveled, but it's something that, you know, kind of step back and process what's going on and maybe read your tooltips. If it's not your gear, I mean, if it's your gear, then yeah, get better gear. But, you know, if it's not, you know, read your tooltips, understand your skills, And maybe that might be part of the problem, but that's not what this is about. Let's finish Stalewern's quest. Sorry, rant over. Sorbet, right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. Oh, it did, sir. I got a blunt sailor's... Ooh, excuse me, a blunt sailor's knife. Here, you take it. I don't want it. It's rusty. Probably has tetanus. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? Aye, I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep, and set a maddened goobu on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption. Yeah, Y'shtola. She's been in Limsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Sorbet. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. Okay, what are we? We are magic, so we will take the ether. The dialogue in this game is very challenging sometimes. Although he's not bad, but... Alright guys, so we are going to go ahead and end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button, because it really does help out the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you always know when we post a new video. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. We very much appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next episode.